Q&A time number 4645 coming at you. First, I'm going to take a nap though. I'll be right back. And we're back. How the heck are you doing, everybody? Forrest here, CichlidMan09. It is Q&A time. It is time for the Q and the A. You do the Q, I do the A. Let's get to it. First, if you want to know how to be a part of this series, which is a pretty fun series, CichlidMan09@gmail.com in the description below. If you got any questions for me, hit me up, and we'll hopefully get in the video. Got some fantastic questions to answer from you guys, and I want to thank everybody who has participated in sending in questions. Enough blibbity blabbity. Let's get to the questions and the answers. And transition. Question number 1 comes from one of somebody who I always see down in the comments below, Mr. Tankmaster Andrew. Hey, what's up, Forrest? It's me, Andrew, Tankmaster again. What's going on? Still watching all your videos. By the way, this is taking me a while to get to this question. I apologize. Still watching all your videos and still loving it. Haha. Let's get to the question. I've been looking at the fish from Jeff Raps. You probably answered this question in your brain by yourself, but we're going to answer on camera anyways. And I'm thinking we're in 2 Parachromis Mataguensis jaguars. 1 male, 1 female, about 7 inches. I want to try and breed them in my 125. What do you recommend I do for that? Should I put a divider first? Or do you even think they would mate? Please let me know what your suggestions are. I really appreciate it. And please don't please don't stop making videos. Your tank welcome. So, like I said, you probably figured this out already, but we're going to answer it anyways. If it were me in that situation, I want a pair of Jags, a pair of 7-inch Jags, and a 125. A divider, absolutely. I throw them in there, stick the divider in there, let them kind of get to know each other, because you can't just throw 2 fish in there that can kill each other, because you wake up the next day and they'll be dead, or one will be dead. Usually it's one or the other, not both. So what I would do in that situation is, yeah, I would throw a divider in that 125, give them some time, probably about a month or so to just kind of get used to the tank, get used to each other, being in the same aquarium together. And honestly, jaguars are a easy fish to breed. Not easy. Fish aren't hard to breed, but they're not easy to breed. We'll just put it that way. Jaguars, as long as they're compatible, are prolific spawners. Prolific spawners meaning that every month you could be dealing with thousands of fry, which is fun on one part and can be a little crazy on some part. But for the most part, Jags are fantastic, and as long as you have a compatible pair and you see, stuff, in a 125 a pair, they're going to be doing just fine. And honestly, as long as they don't kill each other, you're more than likely in a few weeks or so probably going to have eggs down and fry eventually, because Jags are just that kind of spawner where they're just going all the time. I had a pair of Jags a while back where it was just like every 2 weeks where there's just fry coming up everywhere, and it was crazy. Crazy. But yeah, that's my suggestion, Andrew. Thanks for sending in the question. I appreciate it. Sorry it took me so long to answer it. Question number 2 is from another viewer who I see consistently posting comments on my videos. Cichlid Nez, what up, bro? I have a question mark. Alright, about Red Texas and Flowerhorn. My Red Texas is a male, and Flowerhorn is female. If they breed, will it be a hybrid when they have fry? Good question. They're in a 55-gallon tank right now. Hope this makes it a Q&A video. Thanks, Nez. You're welcome, Nez. You calling me Nez? My name's not Nez. My name's Forrest. How you doing? So, the root question here is, if my Red Texas and Flowerhorn spawn, does that create hybrid fish? Yes. A Flowerhorn is a hybrid, and a Red Texas, don't be confused, because there's a Blue Texas and a Green Texas, Escondido, all this kind of stuff. There's a bunch of different Texas cichlids in the Carpintis cyanogatatus area. Don't get confused when you see the term Red Texas, because a Red Texas is a hybrid fish. This is a fish in the Flowerhorn market. So if a Red Texas, which is a hybrid, and a Flowerhorn, which is very much a hybrid, breed, there's going to be some super hybrids coming out of that. And I will continue to say what I've always said about hybrids is do whatever the heck you want. If it was wrong, the fish wouldn't be able to spawn. That's the way I see it. But properly distribute fish as what they are. As long as fish are sent out and say, this was the parents were a red Texas and a flower horn of unknown origin, because if you don't know where it's from, you just say flower horn usually. This is what these two were. They spawned these. As long as you can properly distribute them and not give them to people who will improperly distribute them, do whatever you want. But yes, those fish will be hybrids. The hybrid conversation will be for another video where I'd like to go in depth in terms of my opinions on hybrids. I'm not against them. I'm not for them. I'm just sitting here in the fish room. But thank you for the question. If a hybrid and a hybrid spawn, of course you're going to have hybrids. If a pure fish and a hybrid spawn, you're going to have hybrids. If a pure fish and a pure fish of different genuses spawn, you're going to have a hybrid. You guys want to know how dads drink water? Out of sippy cups. Yep. That's delicious. Next question, question number 3. Forrest, how's it going? Fantastic. See Andrew Nelson again from Aquatasy on YouTube. I saw in your latest video you were soliciting questions for a Q&A, so I'm sending some your way. Okay, question 1 of question 3. What's your approximate square footage of your fish room? It's kind of hard to tell on camera. I've only seen it through the camera as well, but it's about, I don't know, 8, 10, 14 by 10, so 40,000 square feet. It's massive. This is, I would not consider this a fish room. This is a warehouse, fish warehouse. It's very large. The camera might make it look smaller than it is, but like, I park my boat in here when I'm not doing videos. Any plans to expand out and put tanks in other areas of the house? Question mark. Perhaps a tank in Hunter's room when he gets a little older? Or is it forbidden by Cichlid Woman 09? Hey, if the kid asks for a fish tank, I'm not going to tell him no. We're just going to say that. But yes, there are plans for expansion. As of right now, we're just kind of chilling with what we've got, but eventually, in the next couple of years, I'd like to build up to 20 to 30 tanks and have a pretty decent operation going, so I don't have to show you guys the same stuff every day. But I do have plans. Whether or not when that happens, I don't know, but it's going to happen. Like I said, I'd like to be running 20 to 30 tanks at a time, have a decent amount of fish to sell to you guys, and basically have a decent amount of fish to film, because you can only film this fatso here only so many times before people are like, alright, it's a fat fish again, exit. Alright. Random, non-fish question. What's your all-time favorite movie? There's a question mark, so I believe that's a question. All-time favorite movie, always what comes to mind when somebody asks me that, is Liar, Liar. Mr. Jim Carrey, classic Jim Carrey. I love it, all-time favorite movie, hands down. When he's in the bathroom, kicking the crap out of himself, just brings me back to a better place. I love that movie. Number 2 all-time favorite. Number 2. You didn't ask, so I'm not going to tell you. Maybe one of you should send me a question and ask. As always, feel free to answer or ignore any of these questions. I'm going to ignore all of them. I mean, seriously, it's your channel. Duh. Blessings to you, Andrew. Thank you for the questions, Andrew. I freaking love them. Seen your videos too. Pretty dang good. Question is from Exel. Name. What I love seeing is when you guys send me questions, when I see that your like avatar thing is one of my pictures. If anybody out there wants to steal my pictures and use it as an avatar, absolutely. If you want to steal it, put it on a shirt and sell it, you gotta tell me first. Question is, what up, Forrest? What was up? What's up, Forrest? Have you ever considered keeping marine fish or catfish? Yes, and then I was like, bull rating. Honestly, that's what I think about other things. I can experience those fish through your guys' videos. When I've got 1,000 tanks, I can keep everything. But for right now, I love what I keep when I keep what I love, and I love to keep what I love to keep. I love what I keep when I keep what I love, and I love to keep what I love to keep. I love what I keep when I keep what I love, and I love to keep what I love to keep. Right? I'd love to set up a saltwater tank someday. Does it really interest me, really? No. I'd love this. I would love, however, to have a big old pond, big pond, huge pond with some big fat red-tailed catfish, shovel-nosed catfish, all these big monster catfish. Would love to do that. Saltwater tanks really don't interest me in the slightest. Maybe they interest me slightest. I don't know, but not very much. But I would love to keep all fish eventually. All of it, every single thing, every fish. Next question. Next question and last question, because we can only answer so many questions in one day. What do you think? What do you think questions grow on trees? From Christina. I love getting questions from not dudes sometimes. All you ladies out there need to send in some questions. Hi, Forrest. Hello, Christina. How do you clean your airline tubing? How do I clean it? Good question. Basically, what you got to do, sometimes what will happen is the little ends of your airline tubing. I probably should have an example right here. You guys can just imagine that there's a piece of airline tubing here. I'm even imagining it. Really, all you got to do is sometimes I'll just take like a paper towel or something when I'm doing a water change, wipe it down, and sometimes the little end of the air, like this is the end. It's not going to do that. That could get weird. The end of the airline tubing clogs up with some gunk. I don't know what it is. I think they're microscopic soldiers that fight for the air to stay within the tube. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Basically, all you got to do is unhook it, suck some water up, and it lodges that free, and you're good to go. But other than that, maintenance on airline tubing is pretty simple. If it gets a little algae on it, take a little sponge, wipe it off, and if it clogs up with a little bit of some sort of calcium, whatever the heck stuff is, I just like hook it up to some compressor and just shoot it out. Well, other than that, pretty simple stuff. And I think that's about it. And now is the time that we say thank you for watching. If you've got any questions to send for a Q&A video, cichlidman09@gmail.com. That will come to me, and I will answer it on a video. There should be some little things right here. Click on them if you want to watch another video. Thanks for watching. Go over to the Facebook page, cichlidman09. Go thumbs up, like the page if you like today's video. There's also a thumbs up somewhere. Click that. If you're new, not subscribed, and enjoys today's video, click that subscribe button. It is right there on Hulk. Click it before he moves, because I can't. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching as always. And our piece of advice today is if you're going to wear bucket shoes, don't fill it with sand. Don't fill your bucket shoes with sand, people. Deuces. Catch you guys next time doing whatever the heck we're doing. Hand out.